crimes against queers are particularly heinous. Members of this cause are called activists. These are their stories. Welcome back to QNN, Queer News Now. The United States Supreme Court ruled that Section 3 of DOMA, the Defense of Marriage Act, is unconstitutional. The Supreme Court also ruled that the proponents of Proposition 8 did not have the standing to bring an appeal to the court before it in the 2010 decision, essentially repealing Proposition 8 in California law and bringing the freedom of marriage to all of California's citizens. Queers across the state of California came together to celebrate the repeal of Proposition 8. We gathered together at many rallies in many cities to celebrate this fantastic victory. Check it out. Welcome to a special edition of QNN, Queer News Now. We are live from the Day of Decision rally here in Hillcrest, San Diego, California.
Today, we have achieved a great victory. Yeah. One that many of us believed we would not witness in our lives. And I'm excited to tell you that we were wrong.
Yeah! The party continued long into the night at Adam and Steve's house. Before we get into talking about the Pride celebrations that have been going on throughout the country for the month of June, there are a few other legal victories that we've had recently. The immigration status of many of our friends and family were affected by the repeal of DOMA. It also prompted the Department of Homeland Security to announce that they will be developing a streamlined process to review all visa petitions to make sure that they are being treated equally for same-sex couples as they are for opposite-sex couples. The last weekend in June is traditionally most major cities' weekend to celebrate Pride. Not all people know that Pride is actually in remembrance of the Stonewall riots in New York City and marks the memory of that and the first Pride parade that followed that riot in New York. This year, I was able to travel to San Francisco and be a part of that Pride celebration. One of the wonderful things that happened was actually sort of a twist on a bad story. A person named Private Bradley Manning, accused whistleblower, was voted to be the Grand Marshal of the San Francisco Pride Parade. Later, the Pride Committee revoked that privilege to Private Bradley Manning. This did not stop thousands of supporters from standing in the streets to watch the parade and marching in incredibly large contingents to support Private Bradley Manning. I would like to thank the San Francisco Pride Committee for repealing that honor. You brought more attention to this issue than allowing us to honor this person in that way than you ever could have. It should be a lesson to all of us. If you don't want queers to fight about something, don't take it away from us. Solidarity. As activists, we believe in intersectionality and solidarity. We'd like to also mention to you that the Supreme Court made a slightly less appealing decision in the same time frame that they made a wonderful decision for the members of the queer community. They also made a very controversial ruling on a 5-4 vote, striking down a section of the 1965 Voting Rights Act. The 1965 Voting Rights Act helped eliminate oppression for millions of people. The repeal of this section continues to allow states with a history of voting discrimination to continue to take advantage of those people. People of color, people in poverty, people without proper identification, and so many other members of our community, our friends, and our family. We hope that Congress acts quickly to reinstate Section 4B of the Voting Rights Act, because this shit is just racist. Come here, I want to tell you something. It's not gay as in happy, but queer as in fuck you. This is true. True things.